Intel 13th and 14th gen CPUs. Let's talk about them. Now, if you've been watching my content, you know that I have a great relationship with Intel and AMD. I try to review them both fairly equally, and they always kind of leapfrog. So one year Intel's on top, and next year AMD's on top, and that's cool. That's competition. I do wish that Qualcomm Snapdragon is another competition that comes out really in the next few years. Who knows? For desktops, I'm talking about. This is something that when one manufacturer has serious issues, then we really don't have any competition right now. Intel does say that they have a patch coming mid-August. It's going to be a microcode patch to hopefully alleviate these voltage irregularities that are going on. We don't know if it's going to work. And it's going to be disseminated to, motherboard manufacturers, and then they have to do their BIOS updates, release that to everybody. And so it's going to take some time, and hopefully it's a smooth process, and hopefully it just fixes the issue. Fix is it's not the word that I really want to use, because if you've already experienced degradation, it's not going to fix anything, right? So you're going to have to work with Intel customer service to work something out, right? Get a replacement, whatever. Now, there's also rumors and talk about maybe it's the clamping mechanism. That's unfortunate. And we already knew that this was a bad mechanism because we've been using these retention brackets to completely just remove, like this clamping mechanism uses retention brackets, temperatures drop very nicely. You're not going to get that bending on the 13th and 14th gen CPUs because there's nothing like forcing it down. It's just a nice clean process. So it could be those brackets that are also adding to some of the issues. So what I'm doing is, personally, I've a lot of PCs that I'm using for testing and give you guys a lot of good information. I'm temporarily shutting down all of my Intel test beds and machines because I don't want to experience any further degradation if I have. I have one machine that does give me blue screen of death. It's a 13900KS processor, but I did delit it, and there's liquid metal on there, and I've been overclocking, so you tend to expect some blue screening when you're pushing the limits. But it could be part of this issue with voltages. I don't know. But I hopefully will find out when mid-August comes, when Intel actually does release this microcode update. So we do know that Ryzen 9000's coming out in 2 different stages in August. So as I get my hands on some of that stuff, I'm going to do thorough reviews and kind of do face-to-face or one-on-one against similar AMD CPUs, as well as a Threadripper, maybe a 7970X, to really show you what the high-end is capable of versus the brand new stuff from AMD. So, general recommendation for all of you, and I know this is a long video, stay with me. If you have not done so already, update your BIOS now. All right, that is key, because there's a lot of updates that manufacturers for motherboards have been putting out to help alleviate some of this issue, and that could potentially eliminate any further degradation that you could experience if you're running off of an old BIOS. Secondly, if you so choose to, you might want to think about using one of those retention brackets. I've done a lot of videos showing how to install those. They're so easy, and they drop your temps. It's nice. So those are the 2 main recommendations. The third is turn off your PCs, all right? Turn it on just for when you need it, and then turn it off. Having it in an idle state does not alleviate the problem because of this microcode, voltage thing. You could just have it on idle and it still go bonkers on you, and this, thus you get some degradation. So I'm going to call this my PSA announcement video on my current thoughts as of today, end of July. We'll see how things progress as we hit August with these new Intel updates. So let me know in the comments below if you have been experiencing any issues, blue screen of deaths, specifically while gaming. And of course, if you're doing some video editing, I definitely want to know that. And which processor you're running. If it is a particular like 13900K processor, are you running stock? Are you overclocking it? Let me know that as well. So, all right, that's about it. I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.